Thank you very much for your support. And I'm going to ask you to make a circle, please. First of all. But in a way, you can watch
there. Yeah, of course.
Okay, earlier I gave you this paper with some questions. These questions are scientific questions about language teaching. I think these are items every English teacher needs to know. Okay? And if you don't know the answer, you don't worry. You will know the answer as I explain the slides. Okay? So I'm going to give you 5 minutes. 5 minutes so that you can per work the papers and try to give the answers to the questions.
Do you know the components of an approach?
Yeah.
Idea.
Okay.
Quantitative.
Just give you answers. Just give you answers. Don't worry. You don't worry.
Names of the two theories. Approach, measurement approach, critical thinking.
Okay, let's begin. Let's begin. Number 1 question. Do you know the components of an approach?
No idea.
Okay. So,
I answer qualitative and methodology.
okay. Any other?
No.
Okay. The second question and the third question are the two components of an approach.
Okay. Oh, yeah, theory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So whenever you talk,
Theory of learning
yes.
and a theory of language.
Yes. So whenever you talk about an approach, what is an approach? An approach. What is an approach? An approach is the philosophy of language.
The method.
No, it's not the method. The method is the name. For example, a method, what's your name, please? Tiffany. So, a method can be called Tiffany. What's your name?
Rosalba.
A method can be called Rosalba. What's your name? A method can be called Camilo.
Camilo's method.
Yes. But the question is, what is the approach underpinning Camilo's method? What is the approach underlying Rosaura's method. What is the approach? Underline Tiffany's method. The method is the name. The method is procedure.
The way.
Yeah. The approach, the philosophy.
The foundation of the
Yeah.
approach.
So, the approach is the theory of learning and the theory of
Language.
and you, as an English teacher, need to be clear about that. Okay? Question number 2. Do you know the names of the theories of learning?
I answered communicative and collaborative.
No.
No, that those are approach.
Constructivism.
No. Cognitive and behaviorist. Oh, you were close, huh? I can see by your face that you were close, huh? Huh? Cognitive and behaviorist. Okay? Cognitive and behaviorist. Question number 3. Do you know the names of the 3 theories of language?
I said linguistic and sociolinguistic.
No. Competences. There are competences, right? So, the names. Structuralism, functionalism, and interaction. Number 1, structure. Yeah. Number 2, functionalism. And number 3, interaction. Question number 4. Which of the following activities do you consider is not a communicative? See? Listen to the conversation on the CD and repeat after me. That's right. And this is what most teachers are doing. Listen and repeat after me. Listen and repeat after me. Listen and repeat after me. Time is over. Close your books. See you tomorrow. Goodbye. And tomorrow, open the book. Let's go to page 20. Listen to the CD. Repeat after me. Do the exercises. Fill in the blanks. Oh, time is over. Goodbye, students. See you tomorrow. And tomorrow, the same story, and the same story, and the same story, and the same story forever and forever.
I listen, I play the video, I play the CD or something like that. They listen and they have to tell to me what they understand from what we are
Ah, that is cognitive. You see? For example, hello, my name is Eduardo Espino. I'm from Riacha La Guajira. And this is my friend. She's from Utama. She is 25 years old. She works at UPC. Okay. That's the CD. The question is, how do you approach that?
Using the real context, because you can do the same conversation by using the partners around.
But the question is, how do you teach that information? Because you need to work on the dialogues. But the question is, from where? Do you do it from the cognitive? Do you do it from the function? Do Do you do it from the structure? So, if you do it from the structure, just listen and repeat. If you do it from the cognitive, tell me what you understood.
Yeah. What information did you get from what?
Okay, if you do it from the cognitive, if you do it from the function, listen and try to identify the language functions in the conversation. Okay, please listen. Hello, my name is Libardo Spino. I'm from Riohacha, La Guajira. This is my friend. She's from Lituania. She is 25 years old. Tell me the language function, please. I am Libardo Spino.
Introduce yourself.
Ah. She is 25 years old.
Age, personal information.
Yeah, but if you are more specific, give it the age. Give the age. So the question is, how do you approach the information on the book? From the cognitive, from the function, from the structure. Once your students know that my name is blah 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 blah, they know that is the way they can introduce themselves. They learn English, they learn the language, and they learn the forms of the language, which is grammar. You see my point?
But when you repeat and repeat and repeat, maybe you get some fluency when you're going to speak, something like that. So I think it's not bad at all when they repeat.
Repetition is not bad.
Yeah.
The question is that
For what purpose do you repeat? I mean, if you want to gain fluency, of course you can repeat as much as you want to. But if what he says, what you want is to learn the language, acquire it, or learn it.
the question is
That wouldn't be
What is
so.
the question is, what do you repeat? Because if you repeat after me, you are not going to be able to speak outside of the language.
Yeah.
What do you repeat? What do you repeat? Because I can do a repeat after me activity for intonation, for pronunciation, but not for speaking,
Not for fluency.
not for fluency, not for self-confidence.
But why not for fluency? Because if you never spoke the language,
You
it's
can
the first time you're going to
you
start
can
speaking.
you can do it with a song. With a song. With music.
But what do we understand by fluency? Because I can be fluent if I repeat as many times as I want to a sentence. But if I'm going to speak about my life, speak about something new that I haven't repeated, and exactly, I cannot create new language. If I cannot create my own language here in my head, obviously I'm not going to be fluent.
Of course.
You are not fluent just because you repeat a sentence, because you can't describe your life with just a sentence.
You are fluent because you have constructed knowledge and you have the connections.
Right.
Exactly.
The neuro-linguistic
You
connections.
connect the language
In your
with the
brain.
knowledge.
So let's go to slides.
What about the last question?
Ah,
I'm curious about that.
So what are the two main branches?
The main branches of a language teacher need to develop plurilingual language structure.
forms and functions. Forms, grammar, and functions,
What to do with it? The purpose.
functions. Okay, functions. Okay, example.
Yeah.
Today we are going to work, or today we are going to teach the simple present tense.
What do you do with simple present?
Yeah, I talk about habits and things. That's the function of that.
Okay, so the question is, how do you present topic?
So,
Do you present the topics from forms? So, if I say, today I'm going to teach you the simple present tense, so I'm Chomsky.
Yeah, true.
I'm the Saussure. But if I say, today we're going to learn how to talk about habits, how to talk about daily actions, how to talk about routines, how to talk about state or condition, then I'm putting the grammar into.
and you're leading your students to real life situations.
And the result will be fluent speakers. See my point? Very good. Let's go to. So, think of this, first of all. Is that this? Is that big enough?
F5. F5.
Okay. This study consists of some data research information which was collected by their researchers for 2 years at university context, and it contains information about intermediate English course in which the students were presented the syllabus activities through oral tasks. Okay? You see, oral tasks. Oral tasks is the core of communication. Do you want your students to speak English? Give them oral tasks. In this research report, you will read some detailed lines regarding with conceptual remarks on the students' self-confidence and fluency when presenting authentic topics in the language model. And also, how long they presented, as well as several charts containing the faculties that took part in this study. Authenticity. Do you want your students to be interested in your classes? Do you want your students to be interested in your classes?
Yes, of course.
Do you want your students to like your classes? To love your classes? Okay. So give them authentic tasks. And what is authenticity? Authenticity is
Something real.
which has to do with your own life. Remember what you did yesterday? It was great. That's authenticity. That's authentic. Why are you going to ask a student to talk about a student from Duitama? Why are you going to ask a student from Duitama to talk about German? What relationship can he find? He can talk about Germany. But what relationship is he going to find? None. But ask him to talk about Duitama, because he knows Duitama. Duitama is his town, is his homeland. Okay? So give your students authentic oral tasks. Okay? Activities which deals with their own lives. Okay? So the research question is, what is the incidence of the communicative approach on the development of the students' self-confidence and fluency when presenting authentically? This is the question. What happens in the language learning when you give your students oral tasks? Okay, speak English. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. What is the power that those oral tasks have over you as a student? And what is the result of that oral text when I ask the students to present authentically. For example, at the University of Cartagena, course 3, intermediate, students from medicine school, from math school, from law school, from social communication school, from history school, literature school. They are all together in the same room. And they are all working oral texts. And they speak in groups, they speak in pairs, blah, blah, blah. Okay, tomorrow is the midterm exam. As you belong to the School of Medicine, you're going to present a medicine topic. If you belong to the math school, you're going to present a math topic. You're going to present a law topic. Okay, and every student had to present an authentic topic. So, what was the incidence? What was the result of that? Okay? We will see. Specific objective. Demonstrate the efficiency of the communicative approach in the development of fluency and self-confidence. Yes. General objective. Demonstrate the efficiency of the communicative approach as regards to the development of self-confidence, fluency, cohesion, and coherence. What happens? Our students do not speak